Hello and welcome to my channel. Have you ever wanted to speak English with confidence? Do you wish you could understand people clearly when they speak English? Would you like to feel happy and relaxed while talking to someone in English? In this video, I'll show you how real people speak English every day. And more importantly, I'll show you how you can do it too. It's not hard. It's not scary. It's actually simple and even fun. So stay with me, because we're just getting started. Let's begin this journey together. Chapter 1. Why people talk in English. Hi, my name is David. I live in Spain and I'm learning English. Why? Because I want to talk to people from around the world. I want to understand others when they speak. I want to make friends in new countries. I want to travel and explore different places. I hope to get a good job. And I want to live in a world where I can speak to many people. I believe English can help me do all of that. Right now, my English is still very basic. I only know a few words and simple phrases. I can say hello and thank you. I can ask for a glass of water, but I want more. I want to have real conversations. I want to understand fast English. I want to enjoy movies and books in English. And one day, I hope I can even think in English. So I decide to join a language school in my town. On the first day, I meet my teacher. Her name is Sarah, and she's from England. She has a warm smile and speaks clearly. She is kind and patient with us. There are 5 other students in my class. They come from Italy, Poland, Brazil, China, and Turkey. We are all learning English together. Then Sarah says something that stays in my mind. She says English is not just a language, it's a bridge. She explains English helps people connect. I really like that. I write it down in my notebook. Then she asks each of us, why do you want to learn English? The girl from Brazil says I want to travel to America. The man from Turkey says I want a job in a big company. A woman from China says I want to watch English movies. When it's my turn, I say I want to talk with people from other countries. Sarah smiles and says, all of these are great reasons. She tells us English is spoken everywhere in airports, hotels, websites, and meetings. She says we hear it in shops, schools, conferences, and even on TV. She's right. I start noticing English everywhere around me. I see signs at the airport and on my phone. Even before I speak, well, English is part of my life. Sarah tells us something important. She says, we won't just study grammar and memorize lists. We will speak, listen, and ask questions. We will learn through fun and practice. That makes me happy. I never liked long grammar lessons. I want to speak, not just study rules. Then we play a simple game in class. We sit in a circle and say our names. We say where we come from. Then we ask easy questions like, what food do you like? What do you do on weekends? Do you like music? These questions are simple, but they help me talk. I learn new words and start speaking more. I listen to the other students and understand more each time. After class, I go to a cafe near the school. I hear 2 tourists speaking English. They ask the waiter for coffee. They talk slowly and I catch some of the words. I smile quietly. It feels good to understand something in real life. That night I watch a video online. It's a travel video and the man speaks English. I don't understand every word, but I get the main ideas. I feel proud of myself. The next day I return to class feeling stronger. I speak more and make mistakes, but I'm not afraid. Sarah says mistakes help you grow. Don't be afraid of them. We talk about jobs, hobbies, and travel. I speak slowly, but I speak. I use real English, and it feels amazing. Then Sarah tells us one more thing. When you speak English, you talk to the world. English brings people together. It helps you learn, grow, and dream bigger. Those words touch my heart. I want to grow. I want to open new doors. I want to speak to the world. After class, I walk home. I see a man with a backpack who looks lost. I ask, do you need help? He says, yes, I'm looking for the train station. I show him the way. He's from Canada, and we talk for a few minutes. He thanks me and I smile. I feel great. I used English to help someone. That night, I write something new in my notebook. English is more than a subject. It's a key. It opens the world and connects me with others. Now I know I'm not learning English for school. I'm learning English for life. When you learn English, you learn to reach the world. Chapter 2. How to learn words. It's Tuesday morning. I return to school with a smile. I feel excited to be back. I like my classroom. I like my teacher and friends. Every class brings something new. The lessons are clear and helpful. They help me speak English better. Today, a girl in our class asks something. Her name is Anna. She comes from Poland. She says, I want to know more English words. What is the best way to learn them? Our teacher smiles gently. She says, that's a great question. Many students ask the same thing. I will explain now. She walks over to the board. She writes one word, reading. Then she says, reading helps you learn words faster than anything else. When you read, the same words appear many times. You see how they work in real sentences. This helps your brain remember them. I listen carefully. I enjoy reading, but I usually read in Spanish. I never tried reading full English stories. Maybe now is the right moment. The teacher adds more advice. She says if you want to learn fast, read daily. Just 30 minutes a day can change everything. I raise my hand and ask, but books are hard for me. What should I read? She answers, pick a book that feels easy. You should understand almost all the words. If you know 95% of the words, it's a good book for you. You will enjoy it more and learn faster. Then she shares a tip, almost like a secret. When you see a new word, don't stop reading. Don't try to memorize it. Just check it in the dictionary, then keep going. She says, when you see the same word often, your brain learns it by itself. You don't need to study hard. You just need to read often. This idea feels very new to me. In Spain, we had to study word lists. We had to memorize them before tests. But after the test, I forgot most of them. I never used them in real life. Maybe this way is better. The teacher gives us a short story. It's about a girl who visits a big city. The story is short and simple. The words are easy to follow. I begin to read. I understand most of it. One word is new to me, station. I check my dictionary. It means a place for buses or trains. I read on. Soon I see the word again. Now I understand it clearly. It stays in my memory. By the end of the story, I feel proud. I finished it and learned 5 new words. I didn't write them down. I didn't study them, but I remember them. After class, I go to the library. I ask the librarian for more easy books. She shows me a small shelf. I pick 2 books. One is a story. The other is about London's landmarks. I like both of them. Later in the day, I visit the job center. I want to find part-time work. At the front desk, a woman greets me. She says, how can I help you? I say I'm a student. I'm looking for a job in the afternoon. She asks me a few questions. I understand her. I give clear answers. She tells me about 2 jobs. One is in a cafe. The other is at a hotel. She gives me printed details. I read them. I understand most of the text. That moment feels big. 1 week ago, I couldn't do this. Now I can listen, read, and speak. Reading helped me grow. I see the same words I read in class. Now I use them in real life. I feel happy and strong. I decide to take the cafe job. I will start Thursday. I will work 3 days a week. There, I will speak English with others. I will learn even more. That night, I read my 2nd book. I enjoy this story. I don't stop when I see hard words. I understand through pictures and sentences. I remember my teacher's words. You don't need to study every word. You only need to read. I repeat this in my mind. Read for 30 minutes each day. Pick stories you like. Don't stop. Don't stress. Just enjoy. Then I write a sentence in my notebook. When I read, I learn new words. When I learn words, I understand people. When I understand people, I can speak English. I believe this with all my heart. If you want to grow your English vocabulary, read a little every day. It works better than word lists. It builds your confidence, and it helps you speak naturally. You're doing great so far, but don't stop now. The next part will show you how simple reading can help you speak better English. Trust me, this can change how you learn forever. Let's keep going. It gets even easier from here. Chapter 3, How to Learn Pronunciation. It's Wednesday again. Time for another day at school. I always feel excited when class starts. Every day brings something new to learn. I speak more. I understand more. And I feel proud of my progress. But today, something special happens. One student is very quiet. His name is June. He's from South Korea. He doesn't say much in class. He listens carefully, but he seems very shy. Our teacher gives him a kind smile. She says, June, do you have a question? June looks down for a moment, then lifts his head slowly. Yes, he says, I want to speak better English. I want to speak like you. But my pronunciation isn't good. I know many words, but people don't understand me. The class becomes quiet. Everyone listens closely. I understand him. I feel the same way too. Sometimes when I speak, others ask me to say it again. It makes me feel sad. It makes me doubt myself. The teacher nods kindly. That's a great question, June, she says. You're not the only one. Many students feel the same way. She walks to the board and writes one word, shadowing. She turns to us and explains, shadowing is a great way to improve your pronunciation. It's very simple. You listen to a native speaker and repeat their words right after them, like a shadow following their voice. I've never heard this before, but it sounds interesting. She continues, when you speak English, your mouth needs to move differently. Your tongue, your lips, your jaw. They all need to work in a new way. But they are used to your first language. That's why English feels strange sometimes. Shadowing, she says, helps train your mouth to move in a new way. She opens her laptop and plays a YouTube video. A man speaks in slow, clear English. Good morning. I am very happy to be here. She pauses the video. Now say it with him, she tells us. We listen, then speak. Good morning. I am very happy to be here. We do it again, slowly, carefully. We try to copy the sounds exactly. At first, it feels strange. I've never spoken this way. But soon I start to enjoy it. The teacher says, don't worry about sounding perfect. The goal is to be clear. The more you shadow, the better you sound. We try another sentence. Today is a beautiful day. We say it again and again. We say it together. I can feel my mouth learning. My tongue is moving in a new way. Even June starts to speak. He sounds much better. He smiles. We all clap for him. Then the teacher says, you can practice shadowing at home too. Just pick a short video. Listen and speak with it every day. Even 10 minutes is enough. I write this in my notebook. Shadow every day. Listen and speak. My mouth is learning. After school, I go to the front desk. I ask, are there any sports I can join? The lady smiles. Yes. There's a football team. Practice is at 5 o'clock. I say, great, I love football. At 5 o'clock, I go to the field. Many students are there. They come from all over the world, Japan, Brazil, Russia, Spain, and Italy. We all speak English. It's not perfect, but we understand each other. We say short phrases like, pass the ball, or nice shot. These simple words help me speak more. I listen more. I practice pronunciation. After the game, we sit together. We talk about football and school. We laugh. I feel happy. I make new friends. And I remember the teacher's advice, speak every day, listen every day, shadow when you can. At home, I open my phone. I find a short video. I try shadowing again. Listen, speak, listen, speak. My mouth is learning. I can feel the difference. Now, I understand good pronunciation isn't about perfection. It's about practice. It's about speaking and listening. It's about enjoying the journey. I write in my notebook, if you want to speak well, speak every day. Shadow the sounds. Enjoy the process. Want better pronunciation? Be like a shadow. Follow the voice. Repeat the words. One day, your English will sound better and better. Chapter 4, How to Learn Grammar. It's Thursday morning. I wake up feeling excited. Today is special, my first day at work. But first, I have a morning class. I eat breakfast quickly, then take the bus to school. When I arrive, I sit down, open my notebook, and wait. Our teacher walks in smiling. Good morning, everyone, she says. Then she asks, any questions today? A student raises his hand. His name is Luca from Italy. He says, sometimes I want to speak, but I stop myself. I'm thinking about grammar. I don't know if I'm correct. I don't want to sound wrong. What should I do? He asks nervously. I listen closely. This is a good question. I've felt the same way, scared to speak because of grammar. Worried I'll make mistakes. Afraid to sound silly. The teacher nods and smiles. That's an important question, she says. She walks to the board and writes 2 words. Speaking and exam. She points to speaking. If your goal is to speak English, she says gently, then grammar books aren't required. You can learn without memorizing rules. You can learn grammar naturally just by reading and listening. This is how children learn, and many adults do too. Then she points to the word exam. If your goal is to pass a test, then yes, you must study rules. You must practice exercises and drills. That's helpful for exams, she explains with care. But if your goal is to speak, she says again, there's a better way. I feel relieved and happy. I only want to speak well. I don't need to pass a test. I don't enjoy grammar books. Now I know I don't need them. She keeps talking and I listen closely. When you read, she says you see grammar in action. You see full sentences, not just rules. You learn with your eyes. You notice how words work. When you speak, those patterns come naturally. You don't even think about rules, grammar flows through you. Then she writes a website on the board, Grammar in Levels. This is for English learners, she says. It shows grammar in 3 levels. There are short texts you can read and learn. You'll see grammar clearly and with many examples. After class, I go to the library. I open my laptop and visit the site. It's simple and clear. I find a lesson on past tense. First, I read a short rule. Then I read 5 mini stories. All of them use past tense, and I understand them well. Each story is easy to follow. I enjoy this way of learning. Later that day, I start my new job. It's a small cafe in the city. The manager is kind and helpful. She teaches me how to take orders and how to make simple drinks. She says you can speak to the customers. They're friendly. That makes me feel better. My first customer walks up. "Can I have a coffee, please?" I answer with a smile. "Of course. Would you like milk?" He says, "Just a little. I feel confident." I use grammar correctly without thinking about it. Later, a woman asks, "Is the cake fresh?" I say, "Yes, it is fresh. We make it this morning." She smiles politely. I feel proud even with a small mistake. But she understands me, and I understand her. That's the real goal. To connect, not be perfect. After work, I walk home thinking about my day. I used English in real life. I didn't think about grammar rules. I didn't open a textbook. But I spoke clearly and well. At home, I write in my notebook. I can speak well without grammar books. I read one more story online. It uses future tense this time. I see how the sentences work. I don't study. I just read. And I still learn. Grammar isn't scary anymore. It's just part of the language, like the water in a river. It flows with the words. It helps the sentence move. But I don't need to control the river. I just have to swim in it. So if you want to speak English, don't stress too much about grammar. Read more. Listen more. Speak more. Grammar will follow. It will grow inside your sentences. It will grow with you. It will become part of your voice. That night, I sleep well. I feel calm. I'm not afraid of grammar now. I just live with English every day. Chapter 5, How to Listen and Understand. It's Friday morning, and I'm heading to school again. I feel a bit tired, but also proud of myself. Yesterday, I worked at the cafe and spoke English. I understood the customers, even if I made some mistakes. In class, our teacher says, "Today we'll talk about listening." Sophia, a student from Brazil, raises her hand. She says I watch English movies, but I can't follow what they say. They speak so fast. What should I do? The teacher smiles warmly and replies, "That's a great question. Listening can be tricky in the beginning." Then she turns to the board and writes, "Listen every day." She says, just like brushing your teeth or eating, make it a habit. If you want to understand English, listen daily, she continues. It's not something you do once a week. She adds a second note. Listen to easy audio. She says if it's too fast or hard, you'll feel lost and stop. Pick something simple and fun to hear. When you enjoy it, you'll want to keep listening. A student asks, "How many times should we listen to one thing?" The teacher says, "That's the secret many don't know. Listen to the same thing many times," she explains. Not just once or twice, try 5 or 10 times. The more you repeat, the more your brain learns the sounds. Your ears improve and words become clearer. Then she plays a slow English story from her phone. A man says, "My name is David. I live in London. I work in a bank." We all listen quietly. Then she says, "Now let's listen again." We play it one more time. She asks, "Did you hear anything new this time?" Some students smile and nod. One says, "Yes, I didn't catch I work in a bank before, but now I do." That's the magic the teacher says. Your brain learns even when you don't notice. Next, she shows a video with subtitles. Use subtitles in the beginning, she says. First, watch with them. Then try watching again without them. Later, speak along with the video. This is called shadowing. I really like this method. It's simple and makes sense. After class, I go to work and help at the cafe. I clean tables and help make drinks. A man comes up to the counter. He says, "Hi, can I get a hot chocolate and a muffin, please?" This time, I understand every word. I don't look confused or say, "Sorry." I smile and say, "Yes, of course." "Anything else?" he replies. "No, that's all." I hand him the muffin and make the drink. Then I say, "Here you go. That's £3.50. He gives me the money and says, "Thank you very much." I smile back. "You're welcome. Have a nice day." This was a real conversation, and I understood everything without stress. Just 1 week ago, I couldn't do this. Now I can hear and answer full sentences. The next day, I tell my teacher what happened. She smiles and says, "That's what daily listening does." That night, I go home and open my laptop. I search for easy English news. I find a short 2-minute video. I watch it with subtitles and understand about 70%. I watch it again and catch more details. After watching 3 more times, I understand nearly everything. Then I speak along with the speaker. This is both shadowing and listening. It's fun and helps me learn faster. I write in my notebook. Listen to easy English every day. Repeat it. Use subtitles. Speak with the video. The next day, I hear 2 people talking in English on the bus. They're chatting about the weather. I listen quietly and understand most of it. I feel proud again. Listening is like building a muscle. The more you train, the stronger it gets. At first, it feels hard. But if you listen daily, you will improve. Now I listen in the morning. I listen on the bus. I listen before bed. I still don't catch every word, but I hear more each day. So if you want to understand English, don't give up after 1 try. Pick something easy. Listen again and again. Enjoy the process. Your brain and ears will do the rest. And one day you'll be listening to real people and understanding real English without fear. Chapter 6. How to Speak Confidently. It's Monday morning and I feel excited. I head to school with a big smile. Each class is now fun for me. I enjoy learning something new every day. I understand more than before. Now I can even read simple stories. I listen to English news too, but I want to do more. I want to speak better English. I want to say words with ease. In class, our teacher makes an announcement. This week, we'll focus on speaking. She looks at us and says kindly, "Many of you feel nervous to speak. You may think your English is not perfect, but don't let that stop you. Speaking is important. It helps you grow. And mistakes are part of learning." Then she adds something that stays in my heart. To speak English, just open your mouth. Don't wait to sound perfect. Speak now. Speak today. Use simple words. Everyone laughs, but I write it down. In my notebook, I put, "Speak now. Don't wait." Then she gives us a new activity. We work in pairs and ask questions. What do you do for fun? Do you prefer tea or coffee? What's your favorite movie? These are small questions, but they help. We laugh, we smile, we talk more. The room feels full of energy. A girl from Turkey turns to me and says, "Your English is really clear." I smile and reply, "Thanks." I read, listen, and speak every day. Then the teacher brings a game. It's called 20 questions. One person thinks of a word. The others ask yes or no questions. We try to guess what it is. It's fun and makes us talk a lot. After class, the teacher gives one more tip. You can still practice even when alone. She says, go home and speak to the mirror. Look at yourself and say simple things. Say what you did today. Say what you want to do tomorrow. This helps build confidence, she says, and it makes your mouth move in English. That night I go home and try it. I stand in the bathroom and look in the mirror. I say, hi, my name is Ariel. I live in London and study English. I work in a cafe and enjoy football. I have good friends and a happy life. At first I laugh at myself a little, but then I feel proud. I hear my voice. I keep talking, and I feel more confident with every word. At the cafe, I also speak more now. When someone says thank you, I reply, you're welcome. When a customer says, this cake is amazing, I say, I'm glad you liked it. These are short sentences, but they matter. They are real, and they make people smile. One day, a new student joins our class. He is from Thailand and very quiet. He reminds me of myself when I started. I sit next to him and say, hi, I'm Ariel. I'm from Spain. What's your name? He says. My name is Ben. I ask, nice to meet you. Do you like London? He says, yes, it's nice. I smile and ask more questions. Slowly, he starts to talk more. He relaxes, and I feel happy for him. After class, the teacher smiles at me. You helped Ben today. That was very kind. I say thank you. I remember what it felt like to be new. That night, I talk to the mirror again. I say, today, I helped someone. I spoke with courage. I smile and nod to myself. Speaking is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Even a little speaking each day helps. Talk with your friends. Talk at work. Talk to yourself in the mirror. Use easy words and clear sentences. Mistakes are okay. They help you improve. Now I speak every day without fear. I ask questions. I use new words. And I feel proud when I talk. In my notebook, I write a new note. To speak well, speak often. Speak with joy. Speak with confidence. If you want to feel confident, speak today. Talk to someone or talk to yourself. But just speak. Because every word makes you better. Chapter 7. How to think in English. It's a quiet Tuesday morning. I open my eyes and feel calm. There's something different today. I remember my dream from the night before. In that dream, I was speaking English. Just a short moment, but it felt real. I talked to a woman at a cafe. She asked something, and I answered. I don't remember every word, but I know one thing, it was all English. No Spanish, no translating, only English, for the first time ever. I sit up in bed feeling proud. It surprises me in a good way. Later at school, our teacher says, today we're learning something powerful. It's not about listening or speaking. She pauses. It's about your thoughts. Do you still think in your native language? Do you translate words in your mind? Most of us nod yes. Some even say I always translate. I raise my hand and say, today I dreamed in English. She smiles and says, that's big. When you dream in English, your brain is changing. She explains fluent people don't translate. They just think in English right away. That's how they speak fast, she adds. They don't stop to find words. She tells us we can do it too, but we must train our brains. Start with something small. One word, then one sentence. Step by step, your thoughts will change. She writes tips on the board. Talk to yourself in English. Describe what you see around you. Plan your day using English. Ask yourself simple questions in English. She says, each morning ask, what will I do today? Answer it in English. I will study. I will eat. I will meet my friend. No more thinking in Spanish. Say it clearly in English. I really like this idea. It feels easy and useful. That afternoon, I walk to work. I try the new habit. I look at the sky and I think, the sky is blue. The trees are green. A man walks past me. He's reading a newspaper, I think. I don't say it out loud. Just in my mind in English only. At work, I try another thing. I speak silently while I clean. I think, now I take the plate. Now I wipe the table. Now I smile. It feels strange at first, but soon it feels normal. The teacher also gives us a fun game. Pick one thing in your room, she says. Every night, look at it. Say 3 or 4 sentences in English. She gives an example. Look at your phone. Say, this is my phone. I use it every day. I call my family, so I try it. Before bed, I look at my shoes. These are my shoes, I say. They're black. I wear them to school. They're comfortable. I smile. I feel more like an English speaker. A few days later, I notice something. My brain is doing something new. I think Monday, not loons. I think sandwich, not bocadillo. I don't plan it. English words just come first now. Then one day, something special happens. I meet a student from Italy. He asks, do you speak Spanish? I say, yes, but I pause. I think I want to speak English. So we switch to English together. We both speak simple words, but we understand each other well. We don't translate. We just talk. I feel proud again. At night, I sit in my room. I think about my day. I don't use Spanish this time. I say, today was good. I spoke English all day. I helped people. I learned something new. I listened to a podcast in English, and I didn't translate, not even once. It feels like something big is happening. I'm not just learning English now. I'm starting to live in English. It feels like a new part of me. I write in my notebook, think in English, speak in English, live in English. Now I do small things each day. I plan my meals in English. I ask myself, what time is it? What should I do today? What did I do yesterday? And I answer all in English. Thinking in English makes life easier. Speaking becomes faster. Listening feels smoother. English becomes part of you, like a close friend in your mind. At first, it's not easy, but with time, it feels natural. And when you dream in English, you know your brain is ready. So start today, just one thought, one word, one small habit. Let your English brain grow stronger, and soon you won't need to translate anymore. You'll think like a true English speaker, and that changes everything. Chapter 8, How to Keep Going. It's the final day of school. The sun is out, the sky is clear. As I walk, memories return. I remember my very first day. I was nervous and unsure. Speaking English felt scary. I didn't know what to say. I worried about being wrong. But now everything feels different. I can speak and understand. I can think in English too. It makes me feel proud. In class, our teacher smiles. She says something special. This is your last day here. But this is not the end. Learning English is a journey, and you can keep walking forward. You don't have to stop here. You can grow more each day. Then she says something powerful. Don't stop when class ends. Use English in your real life, not just inside the classroom. We talk about what comes next. She gives tips to help us grow. Read one short story daily. Listen to podcasts in English. Write a little in your journal. Speak with friends online. Use English on social media. And don't fear making mistakes. Each mistake helps you grow. So be kind to yourself. You don't need to be perfect. You only need to keep going. After class, we take photos. We say goodbye to each other. I feel a little sad, but also I feel strong. I'm ready for the next step. I want to continue this journey. That night, I go home. I pick up an English book. It's a short and simple story. I read one full chapter easily. I understand almost everything. It fills me with pride. Then I write in my journal. Today is the last school day, but it's not the finish line. I will keep going from here. Every day I'll read and speak. English will stay with me. The next morning I begin a habit. I read one page in English. I watch a short English video. I write one sentence every day. I speak in front of the mirror. These steps are small but strong. At work, I speak to customers. Sometimes I miss a word, but I don't give up. I ask for help kindly. Can you say that again? Or can you explain this? People are patient and kind. I learn from these moments. One day, a new student comes. He's from Brazil and very shy. He's learning English too. I help him with everything. I say I was just like you. And you will learn too. We talk and laugh in English. We practice new words together. I feel like a real teacher. It makes me happy inside. Sometimes I still make mistakes. Sometimes I forget a word, but I don't stop trying. I always keep moving forward. Next time I'll say it better. That's what I tell myself. I join an English group online. We meet every week on video. People from all over the world talk about life, food, and travel. I meet a kind friend from Japan. We send voice notes to each other. We help and correct each other. We laugh and learn together. One day, I speak to someone new. He's from Canada and very friendly. He says, "Your English is good. Are you still a student?" I say, "No, I learn by myself. I keep going every single day." He smiles and says, "That's best. You're doing it right." That night, I think deeply. I sit quietly with a cup of tea. I remember the first hard days, when I didn't understand anything. I think about my first job and my first time speaking in class. I remember dreaming in English. Now it's part of my life. I write in my notebook, I'm no longer a beginner. I'm an English speaker now, and I will keep going. So, if you're still learning English, don't stop when it feels hard. Read one small page each day. Listen to one short story. Speak one clear sentence out loud. Think in English for a moment. Help another learner like you. Make small steps every day. You'll grow stronger and wiser. You'll speak with confidence soon. And one day you'll say, English isn't just something I learn, it's something I live.